The glass trembled in my hand. Not from weakness. From precision. I was measuring the moment, how long I could hold still before everything cracked. "Are you okay?" someone asked. I smiled. Of course I did. Because across the table my husband wouldn't meet my eyes. And my sister, she was glowing. Not the soft kind. Not the kind people fake for photos. No. This was something sharper, predatory. Her fingers rested on her stomach, almost unconsciously. Almost. I noticed everything now. Every breath, every glance. Every silence that stretched just a second too long. The restaurant lights flickered faintly above us. Warm. Golden. Designed to make moments feel safe. But nothing about this felt safe. Not the way she kept looking at him. Not the way he avoided looking at me. Not the way my phone had lit up an hour ago, a message that wasn't meant for me. Tonight. She'll finally know how it feels. No name. No explanation. But I didn't need one. I had already started putting the pieces together. I just didn't know yet how ugly the full picture would be. So I sat there, still, smiling, waiting. It happened between bites of cake. My cake. My name still written in icing like a joke no one had told me. She stood up slowly, lifting her glass. "I have something to share," she said. Of course she did. The room quieted. All eyes on her. Not on me. Never on me. I watched her lips curve, just slightly. That same expression she used as a child when she broke something and waited for me to be blamed. Some habits don't change. "I'm pregnant," gasps. Hands over mouth's joy. Applause. Noise. But I heard none of it. Because she hadn't finished. And, she paused, just long enough to let the moment stretch thin. Her eyes slid to me. Then to him. Then back. "The father is your husband." Silence. Perfect, absolute silence. The kind that doesn't belong in rooms full of people. It belongs in graves. Someone laughed nervously. Someone whispered, "This isn't funny." But she didn't laugh. She watched me, waiting, expecting something, a breakdown, a scream, a collapse. "We're a family now," she added, her voice soft, almost sweet. Almost. But I heard the sneer beneath it. Always there. Always hidden just enough. I turned to him. Slowly, deliberately. He looked like a man already drowning. Guilt dripping from him in quiet, pathetic waves. And in that moment, something inside me didn't break. It aligned. I had known. Not the full truth. But enough. Enough to start watching. To start collecting. To start preparing. It began weeks ago. Late night messages, muted calls. His sudden need for space. Her sudden presence in every corner of my life. Too close. Too familiar. Too comfortable. I didn't confront them. I don't react. I observe. I calculate. I wait. I started with his phone. Not snooping. No. I already knew better than to look for what they wanted me to find. Instead, I checked what they forgot to hide. Deleted logs, cloud backups, timestamps, patterns. People always leave patterns, even liars, especially liars. Then I went further. Bank records, hotel bookings. A small apartment leased under a name that wasn't his. But connected. Always connected. And then, the test. Not emotional, not dramatic, clinical. Precise. I told him I wanted to freeze embryos. For our future. He agreed. Of course he did. Men like him always agree when they think it secures their image. What he didn't know was that I kept a sample. For verification. For truth. And while they played their little game, I built mine. Piece by piece, silently, carefully. Until I wasn't guessing anymore. I was certain. The envelope arrived this morning. Clean white, unremarkable. Just paper, just ink, just truth. I opened it alone. I read it once. Then again, not because I didn't understand. But because I needed to feel nothing when I did. And I succeeded. Because the result was exactly what I expected. The child she carried wasn't his. Not entirely. Not in the way she believed. Not in the story she had crafted so carefully. I folded the paper, slipped it into my bag, and waited for tonight. For this moment, for her performance, for her confidence, for her mistake. Back at the table, I placed my glass down, gently, controlled. Then I stood, no shaking, no hesitation. I raised my glass. "To family," I said. My voice was steady. Too steady. It made them uncomfortable. Good. I reached into my bag, pulled out the envelope, and placed it on the table. Between them, a simple movement. But it felt like a blade sliding into place. "You should read this," I added. He looked confused. She looked annoyed. Neither of them looked afraid. Not yet. He opened it first. Hands trembling. Eyes stopping. Freezing. Color draining. "What is this?" he whispered. I didn't answer. I didn't need to. She snatched it from him. Impatient. arrogant, certain. Her eyes moved quickly, then slower, then not at all, because the truth doesn't rush, it settles. Heavy, permanent. No, she said, soft then louder. No, this is wrong. I tilted my head slightly, observing, always observing. It's not, I said. Still calm, still detached. The DNA matches partially. I let the words hang. Let them sink. Let them do the damage I no longer needed to inflict. You see, I continued, he's not the only one you've been lying to. Her breathing changed. Sharp, uneven, desperate. And you're not the only one he's been lying to. Harder, deeper, because now, they weren't allies anymore. They were variables, unstable, suspicious, broken. I wanted to be sure, I said quietly, before I let you destroy yourselves. He looked at her. Really looked at her. For the first time, doubt replacing devotion, fear replacing desire, and she looked at him like she was already losing. Because she was, they both were. I stayed, I finished, because I needed the truth. I picked up my glass again, took a slow sip, and now I have it. I didn't wait for their reaction, for their excuses, for their collapse. Those things were inevitable, predictable, boring. I turned, walked away, not fast, not slow, just done. Behind me, I could hear it beginning, the questions, the accusations, the unraveling. Two people who thought they had control, realizing they were never in control at all. Not of me, not of each other, not even of the lie they built together. Outside, the air felt different, cleaner. Not because anything had been fixed, but because I had removed myself from the rot. I didn't feel victorious, not in the way people imagine. There was no joy, no relief, just clarity, sharp, unforgiving, final. Some betrayals don't deserve closure, they deserve exposure. And distance. I didn't lose a husband. I didn't lose a sister. I identified two liabilities, and eliminated them. I walked into the night without looking back. Because the truth is, they didn't break my world. I dismantled theirs, piece by piece, on purpose, and I never felt lighter.